Hello and welcome to another video from Emer at Stamp and Colour. Today's video is part of my Tuesday tip series, and today's tip is how to get perfectly aligned images or sentiments. We have various blocks that we sell, and that's really my first tip, is to use the correct size block. We also sell, I'll just show you, we also sell a carry case, which is great if you are a working demo or if you like to take away your crafting supplies to craft on a weekend away. And we sell all these various sizes, so you can see them here on page 183 of the annual catalogue. What I really want to say, for example, block E, if you were to use a small sentiment on block E, you really wouldn't have the same sort of stability if you were to use it on block B. You're just much better control if you use the appropriate sized block. So first tip, use the correct size block. My second tip is to take advantage of your grid paper. We also sell this grid paper, which is double-sided. Actually, you have centimeters on one side and we have inches on the other, so it's great to stamp on if you have a few sheets. It gives you a good surface, but also it's great for lining up measuring, and that's my next tip. So here I'm using our block G. Now this is a little thanks, if you can see that. So if I want to line that up there, and I put it on my grid paper using the lines as a guide, I can then go over, I'm going to get my head in shot, with my block, lining my block up again against the lines, and then I know that when I stamp with that, that's straight. So that's my next tip. That was using your grid paper. My third tip is if the sentiment gets a bit longer, now I know that not everybody's going to have every single block in the collection, certainly when they start off, but you can do another clever little thing where you line up the edges of your block, the diagonal corners, line those up again using the grid paper, and then take your sentiment that you want and line that along the diagonal line, edge to edge, so then when you're stamping and you have the space that you want to stamp in, you go again edge to edge and stamp, and then you get another perfectly aligned image. But let's say you have a particular place that you really want the image, so let's just show you that. So everything I'm using today I think is from this So In Love stamp set. So just got a scrap of paper here to show you, and I'm just using, what am I using, Night of Navy, just for demonstration purposes. So there's a little shape, if you like, and I want to put the Just For You right in the center. Now I could just eyeball it and go for it, but if I really want it to be correct, I'm going to use what's called stamp-a-ma-jig. So we take the sentiment, get some ink on it. We use this, you have the imaging sheet and you have the angled arm of it. So you put the imaging sheet right into the corner. I use the top left corner, but you could use bottom right, depends on which you personally favour. I find it easier for me to use the top left. And you put your block right in the corner, edge to edge, and you slide it down, and you have the Just For You, or whatever you're stamping, right there. So you know when you use it, that's where it will stamp. So what you do, you take your piece of cardstock or your punched out shape or whatever you want, wherever you want to place the image or the sentiment, and you put it right where you think, or you believe, is the center point, or the exact position you want the image to be in. Now, the stamp-a-ma-jig is only as good as your own eyes, so if you have wonky eyes, the stamp-a-ma-jig won't really help you. So as I said, it's only as good as your own eyes. So I think that looks pretty straight to me, or pretty central. So I take back the arm of the stamp-a-ma-jig, and I place it right in the corner, and then I'm able to remove the imaging sheet. I take back my stamp, I re-ink it, then I go edge to edge, corner to corner, and I slide it down and I stamp as I would normally. And there you go, right in the center, exactly where you want it. So you can find the stamp-a-ma-jig again in our annual catalogue, together with the blocks actually. So I think everything I've shown you just now is on page 183 of our annual catalogue, the various sizes of blocks that we have, and the stamp-a-ma-jig, which is really, really good. So that's pretty much everything. So as I say, just to run through again, my first tip was to use the correct size block, the block which is closest in size to the stamp that you want to use. When you are fixing the stamp to the, especially if it's photopolymer, you're fixing the stamp to the block, use the grid paper as a guide. For stamps that you don't have exactly the right size, you can go edge to edge across the diagonal to line them up. And finally, stamp-a-ma-jig. It's a lifesaver. It really is, for when you want your images and your sentiments right in a particular position. So I hope that's helped you today. A quick Tuesday tip. My blog is www.stampincolor.com. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this video to see some more. Look forward to crafting with you soon. Bye now.